Greetings to everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I just want to make this quick video because I want to explain something, um, and I hope it makes sense. recently, my nephew called me, and he goes, he wanted to change his life around, and he wanted to embrace Islam, which is fine with me. But I would always say, don't try to embrace Islam or something like that because you think someone wants you to do that, because you'll just be setting yourself up for a rough way to go. But I just recently saw a video, which I'm going to discuss in a second. And I'll say this. When I first embraced Islam, I was very upset afterwards because once I realized what Islam was and what it was not, and all the things that I had been told and somewhat believed to a certain degree, I felt like I had been taken advantage of, and I felt like I had been misled and, fooled, and I just wasn't very happy about something like that happening. So I would say to anyone that wants to embrace Islam, I would say study it, but also ask questions, do your research so that you know what it is and what it is not. And I just want to say this. I just watched a video a minute ago about a lady. She was talking about the Nation of Islam, which I have no problem with. I know people in the Nation of Islam, and they've done great things, and all those different kind of things. So she was basically saying that people are accusing the Nation of Islam of shirk, which is associating partners with God, which is basically like saying that I worship that tree over there because God is in that tree, and as long as I worship that tree, I'm worshiping God, and that tree can also answer my prayers. Or I worship that cow over there, that golden cow or the red cow or the green cow or whatever, because that's a special cow, and God has inhabited that cow, and as long as I pray to that cow, I'm praying to God. Or saying that I, worship the moon or the stars, basically for the same reason. Or worship a cat or a dog or whatever, a bird, elephant, whatever it might be. That's shirk. When you find an object or a thing and you start to worship that thing, believing that that thing has power and your creator is allowing you to reach him through that thing, that car or that money or that cow, bird, tree, whatever it might be. So basically I listened to her video a couple of times, and she was saying that what she understood was that basically the way she understood it was kind of a mixture of Christian belief or Christianity, or the people who believe the Trinity, and Islam. So she had kind of combined the two things. And basically when you had Farad Muhammad, basically when he first started teaching Elijah Muhammad the teachings of Islam, he had a black audience, black Americans. So because they, in his own words, were not ready for full Islam, he gave them a mixed bag. He gave them some Christianity, and he gave them some Islamic teachings and beliefs. And now you have a mixture of the two. So you have basically Nation of Islam members, according to what she was saying she believes, thinking that the person that they call Master Farad Muhammad was, in their belief, God in the flesh, right, on earth. And that's the same as the Trinitarian belief, which is the Christian belief, which is saying that Jesus is the Son of God. Therefore, you can worship Jesus and get to God, which is the shirk. So a lot of people don't have the correct understanding of what Islam is, or what Islam is about. And basically, Islam is not trying to get you to dislike Jesus or disbelieve in Moses or any of those things. Islam is basically telling you that there's a commonality between Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And what Islam is telling you is that there is one creator. And that one creator sent prophets and messengers to earth to guide mankind. So there was many different prophets and messengers dispersed all throughout time and around the world to teach those people, whoever they were amongst, who God was and what God wanted from mankind. That's Islam. Islam means submission to the will of God, which is basically like you saying, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, your will be done." It's all the same thing in thought, but with different words. So the meaning is bringing you to the same place, but the messengers are different people, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam lived in one part of the world, and Moses lived in a different part of the world, not a different part of the world, but in a different place. So they're different. They're speaking to different groups of people, but the message is the same. The time frame is different, but God is giving everyone a chance to have the exact same message. So it's just really frustrating that a lot of people can't understand what Islam is. And basically, it's not that even if you did understand, you wouldn't be forced to embrace Islam. This is your life, your one choice to choose to believe or not to believe. It's up to you. You were born, you're going to die. When you die, you'll find out if you were right or wrong. You'll find out if you should have done this or should not have done that. I mean, that's going to be the time that happens. Now, does everyone believe in Judaism or Christianity or Islam? No. There's other people who believe in different things. Some people don't believe in a higher power at all. Some people believe that this is heaven on earth. But you'll find out, or you won't, right? I can't sit here and say that you have to do things my way because I'm right and you're wrong. Who's going to say that? You know what I mean? I came here just like you did. I was born, you were born, and that's basically what it is. So to reply to her, I would say you have to understand that Christianity, as we're taught Christianity in the United States on a majority level, most of us have heard that Jesus is the Son of God. So this is what the majority of us probably believe. But there are other Christians who do not believe that. There's Unitarian Christians. There's Christians who, have decided they don't like this part of Christianity, so they have changed things a little bit, and they're a little bit different. You have Protestants, you have Catholics, you have Methodists, you have Baptists, all of these. You have Mormons, you have Seventh-day Adventists, you have Jehovah's Witness. There's differences in every group. Even Islam, you have, you have the Houthis, you have the Shia, you have the Sufis, you have the Salafis, you have Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. You have a whole bunch of different things where people have decided, I don't, that doesn't resonate with me. I don't believe that. I think this is better, and they do something different. And then they tell everyone that, this is actually the right way. So this is just human nature. You're gonna, whether you become a Muslim or you become a Christian or you become a Jew, well, you can't really become a Jew, but whether you or the Hebrew Israelites, who they say they're the black Jews, I guess that's what they say, or you're a Jew from you're a Jew from Romania, or you're a Jew from Russia, you're a Jew from Ethiopia, or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And that's basically it. You cannot just have one person that's going to have all the answers for you. But basically, the message of Islam, like I said before, which is the most important thing, is that there is one creator, the one that created. And who is that creator? The one that created the stars, the one created the moon, the one who created the sun, the one who created the oceans and the seas and all the animals. That's who we're referencing when we say Allah. Allah means the creator, the one who creates. And there's only one creator. So that's who Allah is. That's what we are referencing when we say Allah. And you can like or dislike that. You don't have to like Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. And I know that many of the negative things that are said about Islam, or whether they be about, Muslims, we spread Islam by the sword, or, we're afraid of bacon, or, any of these silly things, that's just for ignorant people. So if that's your thing, keep listening to it. And it doesn't bother us. Like the white guy in Minnesota the other day that they attacked, because of all the things that he had said, and it was a Muslim and a black guy that actually saved his life. And after they saved his life, or at least saved him from, getting beat down really bad, he continued to say the same negative things about them. They were trying to pickpocket me, they were trying to rob me, they were still the worst kind of people. He's the one that was, wrapping the Quran in bacon. They do stupid stuff. Dip their bullets in pig's blood, smear bacon on their bullets, write stuff on there. None of this stuff bothers us. You're just wasting your time. And the truth is, the majority of Muslims in America today are just as fat and lazy as you Americans. The same way you want to see the Epstein files. Oh, show us the Epstein files. Show us the Epstein files. For what? You're not going to do anything once you see them. You have enough information already that if you were really upset about the Epstein files and everything that's happened, you would have already done something. The same way the Muslims are running around saying, we have to do this and we have to do that. We have to, be better people and blah, 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 blah. No one's going to like you any better, whether you're a nice Muslim or a worse Muslim. It's not you that they have a problem with. It's your religion. It's the fact that you don't want to deal in certain things that make other people comfortable. You're not comfortable with homosexuality. You're not comfortable with drinking. You're not comfortable with smoking. You're not comfortable with drugs. You're not comfortable with, a number of different things according to your religion or according to our religion, and people don't like you for that. And that's just what it is. But like I said, we came here alone, we're going to go out alone, and we're going to be judged alone. And you can believe that or you don't have to. It's your life and your business. So do what you need to do. Express yourself the way you need to express yourself. Those who like you will like you, and those who hate you will hate you. And I can't really say what I want to because there are some young people who follow me on YouTube or whatever. So sometimes when I want to say things, there's, I have to, be mindful of what I say because, once a video goes out, anyone can take what you said and chop it up and make it negative. So it is what it is. I said what I said. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace out.